Okay, so in the last tutorial we studied about the how applications are being developed without using Spring and how we can modify it using the Spring dependency injection feature. We will be studying in this tutorial. Okay, so we had our simple two classes, and in the main class we were creating an object of these classes and then calling its appropriate method. So that is what we discussed, that if we are having 7 classes, then in all the classes we need to instantiate an object of employee class and then call the appropriate method. So just to avoid that, we want that these dependencies should be injected from outside the world. As of now, in the manager class, if you see, or in the director class, I am just having a string or the city. I can have a separate class known as, say, address, which is having city, state and a pin code. Then I can have that address class variable in this manager class. So this manager class is now dependent on which class? Address class. So, and that dependency we need to create in the manager class using, say, private address and then write address equal to new address. So that is a biggest dependency. Till now just the primitives are being used, or you can say wrapper classes. The real dependency will be when we are having when we are using one class in the another class. That is when two classes are being dependent on each other or collaborating with each other. And in that scenario, how dependencies are injected from the Spring framework, we will look into it. So we'll do that also. Okay, but first let's set up a Spring development environment. So for that we need a Spring jars. So you can go to Google, and in this link you will find the Spring distribution, which you can just download. You can download any distribution. So it will download. In the meantime, let me tell you the biggest advantage of Spring. It makes our application loosely coupled. And because of which the testing becomes easy and easy to test. Also, the biggest advantage is that integration of Spring framework with other frameworks is easy. With Hibernate, any other framework, with other frameworks you can say, is easy. It's very easy to integrate your Spring application with other frameworks. You don't need much, you don't need to write any complex code for integration. You can easily merge it. So now what do we mean by this, the loosely coupled? Okay, let's just create a class, say address. Clear? So as of now I'm just using the one variable. I'll tell you how we can use the other variables also. Okay, let's have one more int. Let's have a house number. Clear? So now we have one more class, that is address class. Now in the manager class I was just having a primitive, so I'll just comment this out for the time being. I'll just comment this out also. Now okay, you can comment this also. Let me show you how we can do it. Say we have a, I'm just doing it for address. Now in the constructor create the getter setters for it. Here I will have get address, not get city. Clear? So now here we can see that the manager class is being not dependent on which class? Address class. So in the display data, let's remove everything. Let's do it for clear. Now see, the manager class, we are passing the address instance variable. It goes to this manager class, and when it calls the constructor, this set the address variable. So now it is tightly coupled, means the address object will be created only when the manager class object is created. So now we can make this loosely coupled.